some of these guys in college are just like, yo, okay, we got to skip this college because listen, we got guys now getting drafted coming back to play in college, which is complete bullshit. I don't like it. I listen, if you can do it, do it. So I'm not against the coaches or programs doing it, and I'm not
Yeah.
against players doing it, going back and getting a better chance to get drafted, redrafted higher. It just, oh
I'm confused
man.
by that. Does the team that drafted him still have his rights? I don't think they go back.
Brother, I don't understand any of it, and it's just such a. I like the old rule of if you declare, you're gone.
Yeah.
If you declare for the draft, college is immediately over forever. You can't come back. This shit is weird. At this point, you don't even know what you're watching in college anymore, man. I watched Darryn Peterson play versus UCF the other day. This guy, talented player. This kid's going to be a number 1, 2, 3 pick in the draft, right? Depending on who gets the pick. This guy has like 25 in the first half of a college game. He was on pace for 50. He was torching them. By far the best player.
On the road.
On the road. Decides something sore or something was irritating, whatever. You know, it's part of basketball. I'm not going to play. Second half. Sits there in a seat that's like 4 feet away from the bench, which looked really weird, and just had a little Theragun. There's like massaging his leg. He just sat there and watched the rest of the game. Completely able to play. Now, could there have been discomfort depending on the injury he's dealing with? But the severity couldn't have been that high. I just watched him play. You see, with NIL and with money, it's allowed agents, managers. Now teams have general managers. College has become a full-blown business. All right, it's like a junior NBA now. Each team has a GM. Each team has its coach. The players, these top guys make more than what the coach is making sometimes. And the coach, because of how the transfer portal works, anybody can just go anywhere. There's no power in a coach anymore. They've stripped it, or they've attempted to. You see, if I would have had 25 in the first half playing for Duke, Coach K would have been, and I tried to like, my leg's sore, I'm not playing the second half, I'm done. Coach K would have grabbed me and be like, okay, you can be out the rest of the game, but you're going to be out the next 5 after that too. Since it's so severe, we're just going to shut you down until your leg's completely, you're not playing. Right. It's that simple. He might have been like, yo, you might are out for the year. I don't want you. Listen, we don't do that. Think about it. Kyrie had a season-ending injury. They rushed his ass back in this first game back as the goddamn NCAA tournament. He played through the rest of the way through. As soon as he could play, he played. And he was already going number 1 in the draft. And he still came back and played because that's what you did then. You like, bro, if you're hurt, you play through the injury until you can't anymore or until it could cause further destruction or it could get further hurt. So that's when you pull out, you get rest, and you rehab and do whatever you got to do. If you can play or play through pain, you play.
And I saw it all over my Twitter algorithm that day too, because I went to UCF, so I see a lot of that stuff. That's who he was playing against. It was a very Kawhi Leonard-ish like reaction of like Kansas fans were like, he's just using us to get to the NBA. He doesn't care about winning it because they lost, right? Like, and then he doesn't play that much in the second half, and people were feeling it. And then one guy tweeted that covers college basketball, this might be the best guard prospect I've seen. The mixed bag with him right now is so different.
Well, you can't.
Compared to AJ DeBanza, who's like putting on for BYU, like you mentioned that before.
Yes. For instance, yeah, and it doesn't even matter that BYU wins it or not. He's brought in recruitment. He's brought in millions of dollars. He plays damn near every game, and he's out there hooping. And you could see the energy of just BYU, how much fun they're having over there. Where this guy's like in and out, plays one game, doesn't play. When he does, there's no emotion. He's very good. It's very Kawhi-esque. Now, this kid's young and Kawhi's old, but that I don't know. It does feel like, hey, KU's just a place I got to be just to get to here. It's nothing more. I don't really have anything else. KU's not really getting anything from Peterson. For having a guy that's about to go number 1 in the draft or 2 in the draft, you usually get like the residual effects of bringing someone like that in. It seems like this is a transaction. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm going to the league. KU is a place I just stopped by. Whereas some one and dones are able to still have that, like, hey, I'm only here for a year, but I'm bringing it. This is going to be a hell of a year. And the residuals of it will be there, whether it's recruiting. You can see just how bought in AJ is with his teammate dunks on someone or if someone hits a three, AJ's over there dancing, like the crowd's crazy. It's just there's a energy forming there. Now what they do is what they do. I don't know if they win it all, don't win it all, doesn't matter. It was a successful year. This feels like cold and just transactional.
No, it's
and
not
we're
too late. If he comes back and in the tournament they go on a run and he hoops, like good job.
But wait.
Injury.
I'm talking about the aesthetic of him and KU. I'm not talking about Peterson as a player. I can't knock his play. Now he's hurt too much and there's some injury concern there, but like when he plays, he dominates. He's clearly too good for college. He's clearly a top tier pick. All right. So like I don't have anything against him as a young man. I don't know him. And I don't have anything against him as a player. Everything I've seen, he's very, very good at basketball. I watched that UCF game the other day. I was like, yo, this dude is unbelievable. He's
Do you buy him as a legit 3-point threat?
Well, he shot the ball the other day. Yeah. He's flinging that corner three. Barely
he doesn't really hold his follow through. He kind of
flicks it. That corner one, that corner three he had, he like flicked it. He kind of was like,
he does not keep his hand up. Yeah.
I just think he's a scorer, and I think with him an opportunity, a guy like that, a talent like him who has the knack to score the ball like he does, he's just gonna get better and better and better. So I think he's a big time player. But this season for KU hasn't been a success. Now it has been for him individually because he's been able to show proof how talented he is. So going to the NBA, it's a great thing. In terms of it being a success for the university and like him and a big year at Kansas, even though he's only there for a year, you don't feel that. Melo was only at Syracuse for 1 year. I felt like he was there for 7 because that's how much work he put in that year. Do you understand what I'm saying? AJ's only going to be at BYU for 1 year, but they're going to talk about this 1 year at BYU for decades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot could be done. Just because you're a one and done and it's a transactional thing doesn't mean it has to feel that way. And that's how it feels. And a lot of that has to do with the injury, and a lot of that has to do with the power of a coach not having. All right? When you have agents and managers and this and parents are very involved these days, because mind you, if Bill Self or whoever was like, get out there and play, and he played, they could be like, hey, we're done for the season, or we're transferring. They have that power now, and they don't have to sit out a year, and they don't have to do the thing. Now, obviously, Darryn Peterson would never transfer. He's a one-and-done player. But other players, the power structure from college has been stripped. Now, it is what it is, but yeah, it's just tough to see sometimes. It's so weird.
Like last year,
like I love Mikael Brown. Mikael Brown, big fan of him. Obviously, he's a young man from my program. He's going to be a lottery pick. I believe he's a top 5 talent. I don't know where he goes in the draft, but I think he's that good. He's not playing tonight versus Duke, and it's just like, it's like, man, it's like some of this stuff. Like, bro, if I'm at Duke and we playing Carolina, I'm playing. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. I don't care if I got a sword. I'm playing in that game. I'll hobble out there and play. To show the NBA I'm tough. Everything is just so calculated now. Everybody has to watch out for everybody, because there's agents now. Now it's a brand. Once you become a brand, now there's money involved. Now we have to hey, Mikael, you can't play tonight. Darryn Peterson, he's done for the second half. He's done. Because it's a transaction to the NBA. Right. Because that's what happens when money gets involved. When there's no money, you have to play.
Consensus #1 pick. Everyone knew it. He didn't even have to do anything last year. He could have sat out. We've been the #1 pick. He didn't just play for Duke last year.
That's the difference, though. Okay. Yeah. So I want you to think about Darryn Peterson. I want you to think about Mikael Brown. I want you to think about some of these guys, and then you think of Cooper Flag, right? So there's ways to do this. You could be all in for 1 year and still, everyone knows you're only there for 1 year, but you could be all in. I'm saying because money's involved, it's not going to be as consistent. And you're going to have some guys that do it the right way in AJ. And you're going to have some guys, not that Mikael's doing it the wrong way. He's hurt. He has back spasms and other things. Peterson has some problems. I get it. They're hurt. But that age of having to just play through and the coach having final say, that shit's done. Because now you got agents and managers and everybody else involved that now you are an asset. We can't risk an asset now. Before, you're not an asset. You had to go out there and play hurt to prove that you can play through toughness so you could be drafted even higher. Like, everything was thought that way. Bro, when I wasn't making money at Duke, I had to play every guy. I could never miss out on a Carolina game. But if I made I would have made $7-8 million to go to Duke. You're telling me if I got paid $7-8 million to go to Duke and I'm going to be a projected top 5 pick and I got a calf strain, I ain't playing.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a freshman living in a dorm room and you got Duke points on your card and you're not getting paid $1 yet, and the only way you get paid is if you hoop this whole college season and beat lottery, then you're gonna be out there hooping, aren't you? Exactly. So this is what money does to athletes. This is what money does to people.
So
And
you're
I'm
saying
all
the rise of
for
this
it.
NIL, you're just going to expect this more and more going forward.
Yes. So I have no problem with NIL. You got to get with it. Listen, if you don't get with the sport, the evolution of it, you get lost. So it doesn't even matter whether I agree with it or don't. We can go on that on a different, I can go on an hour rant about that. I'm with it. I'm just saying it comes at a cost. With money and NIL being now involved in college sports and high school, these are no longer athletes who are grinding to make dreams come true. They're now assets because you have managers and agents and family making money now, not just for the kid, but for them damn selves too. All right, it's a job, it's a corporation, it's brands now. College teams have GMs now. It's crazy. So because money's involved, these kids are assets. And once you're an asset, it's a little different now. Now you got a little more power. Now you tell the coach he's playing today. He's not playing today. Or you tell the coach, oh, he's going to be late to practice. He's got a Gatorade commercial. This shit is nuts now. When I was in college, you had to play to eat your supper. All right, it's just the way it worked. If I told Coach K, my calves bother me tomorrow, I'm not going to play tomorrow. I'm out. He'd be like, no, you're not. You're playing. And if you are out, then you can go to your dorm, pack your shit, and say goodbye. We won't win as many games and we won't go that far in the season because of you, but I'm okay. I don't really give a I got one more coming after you. We don't do it that way here. That's how it was there. That day is gone. It's gone. So you got to hope you get a Cooper flag. Cooper just wants to compete every game. They're lucky. You get a Cooper. AJ, a baller. AJ, we were wrong about him in the beginning. AJ talks all that. AJ hoops every game, Pausha.
I admitted last pod I was wrong. I thought he was just like a
And he's into
guy
the
that could
game.
score.
He's into the game when he's not in the game. He cheers his teammates on. He has handshakes with all of them. He's been great for BYU.
I think if the draft was tomorrow, obviously it depends on the team. I think he probably goes number 1, right?
Yes.
It feels like it. It feels like it. And
if you're talking about college kids, forget the draft, but if you're talking about college one and done guys who have come in and had an impact on culture, it's AJ and Cam Boozer. It's two dudes who are just doing it right. They both are doing it right. All right. And they're head and shoulders above some of these other guys. And I like Caleb Williams too at UNC. He's been fantastic.
Caleb Wilson, yeah, he's good.